Hi everyone, welcome again to the Graph series of videos. In this video, I will explain what is Prim's algorithm and how it is useful to find minimum spanning tree of a graph. So minimum spanning tree I have already talked about in the previous video. So before coming to this video, watch that video and try to see what is minimum spanning tree. Then in this video, I will explain how Prim's algorithm will be useful to find the minimum spanning tree of the graph. Suppose I have one graph like this. This graph has almost like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means 7 node or vertex. So I have to find out the minimum spanning tree for this graph. This is a weighted graph. So the minimum spanning tree means I have to connect each and every nodes with minimum weights. Means it will be a subgraph of the original graph where each and every node will be connected, but the total or sum of their weight will be minimum. Okay. So how to find that? That we will check next using Prim's algorithm. So Prim's algorithm is actually follows a greedy approach. Like we will start from a node, then we will check like what is the possible next node I can attach, and like that way it will proceed. So it's a greedy approach we will follow here. So suppose first start with 0. So I'm starting from 0 vertex, and if I look here, there is two possibility. Either I can go to 1 or 2, and their respective weights are 2 and 5. So what I can do is I can take a box kind of thing or bucket, and there I can keep these two weights 2 and 5, and then next I can check what is the minimum value here in this box, that is 2. Then I can mark this node 0 to 2. Okay, and then I can keep it out of the box and print the path which I got from 0 to 2. The weight is 2. Next, when I reach to 2, there is 3 more edge came to my range. Means I can go to 10, 9 or 15 also. So what I can do is again this 3 possible edges I can keep it inside the box 10, 9, 5 along with the 5 which was earlier present. And now I will check what is the minimum among all these edges weight. So the minimum is 5. Then I will mark which edge has the weight as 5. This one. So now 0 to 1 I have marked, and then I will delete it from here and print. So I deleted from there and marked as 0 to 1, the weight is 5. Now I have visited 1. From 1 I have possibility to go to 6 or 10. As 10 is already included, I will consider 6 only. So this 6 I will put it inside this bucket. And then again the same thing. I will check like what is the minimum here. That I will delete and print and mark. Okay. So I just marked it here, and then I delete, and then I will mark here like 1 to 5. The weight is 6. Then I reach to 5. From 5 where I can go? That is 4. That is 11. Now this 11 I will put it inside the box. Okay, and I will check again like what is the minimum. I found 9 as minimum, so 9 I will mark, then I will delete from here and print. So if I see here 9 I have marked here, then 9 I will delete from here and I will print it here like 2 to 4, the weight is 9. So now the new node where we reach is 4. So from 4 where we can go? We can go through 11, 5 and 8. As 11 is already included, the new items are 5 and 8. These two weight of the edge, I will put it inside the box. 5 and 8. And now I will check what is the minimum among all these things. So the minimum is 5. So whenever I will get the minimum one, what I will do? I will mark, then delete, then print. That is 5. Then what I will do? I have to delete this one. Then I will mark it or print it here. Okay. So now, if you see here, I have to delete and print it here. 8 I will delete and 4 to 3 I will print it here. So now, when to stop it? Like when to stop this process? If you see here, total number of edges I have identified is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And total number of nodes are present as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So to maintain a minimum spanning tree, means to connect each and every one, I need 6 number of edges to connect 7 number of nodes minimum. So if I have 4 nodes, then minimum 3 edges are required to connect them. So like that way, whenever the number of edges I have identified will be less than 1, like less than 1 of that nodes, number of nodes, then I have to stop. So here if you see, total number of nodes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the edges we have identified is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means we have to stop because we connected each and every nodes and we got our minimum spanning tree. So the total weight, if I calculate, is 35. So using 35 total weight, I have connected each and every nodes, and this is the minimum one. So if you take any another path, it will be not less than 35. Okay. So the minimum spanning tree or the subgraph out of this graph will be, my answer will be this one. If you see the structure and if you compare with the colored line, so same structure it is. Okay. So like this way, using Prim's algorithm, we can find out minimum spanning tree of a graph. Now, before moving to the programming part, one thing I have to tell you. The thing is, I have used one bucket where what I was doing, I was putting the new edges like which are adjacent to my previous discovered nodes, and then I was picking up the minimum weight edge. Okay, and I was printing that. So what kind of data structure you think like will help us in this case, where actually I can push new items in a very less number of time, and if I need a minimum always, then also it will be get out from the structure very easily, maybe log n time or something. So the data structure which will help us in this case is min heap or priority queue in Java. Okay. So if I use min heap with adjacency list, like adjacency list means the type of data structure we need to represent this graph, then in very minimum time we can implement this Prim's algorithm. How to do that we will see next. So before moving to the programming part, I have to explain one thing. That is, I am going to use adjacency list for representing the graph. So in previous videos you must have been seen that in case of adjacency list, the nodes I have maintained as an integer, but now as it is a weighted graph and as we have to solve this Prim's algorithm, we have to structure the node in a different way. So suppose this is a part of this graph where from 0 I have two adjacent nodes, that is 1 and 2, and the weight between them is 5 and 2. So if I am maintaining a list of adjacent nodes of 0, then previously what we used to do, we used to mention 1 and 2 in 0's linked list portion. Now what we have to do means, it is a style of doing, actually we can use anything. So what I have did is, this node, a single node, or in the linked list a single value I have represented as a node, and that will have 3 variables. One is called key, then weight, and from key. Key means from 0 the connection present for which node, that will be represented as the key. So for this case it is 1, and this case it is 2. Then weight means the weight of that path or the edge, that is 5 and 2. Then from key means this key is coming from where, actually that for both of this case it is 0. So why I have kept this from key, that while we will do the program, that time we can see its use. Okay, so similar fashion, actually if we have from 1 also 2 or 3 nodes are connected, then we can represent 1, and all the adjacent nodes we can represent in this format. Okay, now we will move to the program part. Okay, so now we will start writing the program for Prim's algorithm. So before that I have to define 2 classes. One is node, which I have explained, and another one is Prim's algo, where actually actual algorithm I will write with the graph implementation. So node, actually what I have explained is, in node I have to keep 3 variables, that is key, weight, and from key, and according to this I can define their constructor and getter setters. Okay, so this will be my node class structure. Okay, now I will go to the main Prim's algo class. So here, as it is a graph, so I have to maintain few things which you have seen in earlier video also. Like I have to explain what is the number of edges for this graph, sorry, number of vertices. Then what we have to do, we have to define the linked list for adjacency part. So here previously it was a integer, but now all this linked list node will be a type node which I have defined here. That means we have to import that one, this linked list. Okay, now I have to define the constructor of this graph. So this will be Prim's algo, and I have to initialize it with, so I will define the integer v, which will be equal to this. I have to assign this v, and I have to create the linked list, means adjacency list, for v times, and we have to initialize. So I'll just copy and paste everything. Okay, because this thing I have discussed earlier also in another video. So I have to create v number of linked list and assign them particularly to this adjacency list, and I have to initialize them. Okay, so this is a structure of the graph. Now I have to implement one add edge method. Okay, so that add edge method will add a edge to that graph, where actually I have to define integer like from to the node. Okay, so if you have seen in the previous section what I have shown, that 0 was my node, and I was adding in the linked list what are that adjacent nodes. So all them are type of node which contains this 3 value. okay, that I will supply and create the edges. Okay, okay, so now I will write a main method where actually we can construct this graph and call this method. Okay, so before supplying any input, uh, what I can do is, as I am doing this program using adjacency list, but adjacency matrix has better readability. Okay, like and it is if we are giving some inputs as a graph to test this algorithm, then if you are providing adjacency matrix, it will be very easy to visualize. Okay, so what I will do is uh, the graph I took as an example, okay, that graph only I will take as a input. Okay, so this is the adjacency matrix of the same graph which I have shown in the example while explaining the algorithm. Now, as I am writing this program in adjacency list format, so what I can do is I can create a method called adjacency matrix to adjacency list converter. Okay, so this part you can do also or skip also, because if you can directly give adjacency list as input, that also you can do. Okay, so here we have to define one graph. Okay, so basically this method is doing nothing. This graph I will share as an input, and then by like to for loop I am just adding the edges as per my need. So here if you check like 0 to, see, suppose this is my weight, so this weight means actually 0 to 1, the weight of that edge is 5. So how I am maintaining is, for 0th position from 0 to j is the 1, the weight is I and j. So like that way I am adding edges. Okay, and I am constructing the whole adjacency list. Okay, so we can do it directly also, means we can add the edges directly and do this. Okay, something like this also we can do if we can read easily. Just for understanding purpose or better readability purpose, I am taking the input as a adjacency matrix, but internally before going to the programming's main part I am converting it to a adjacency list. Okay, so now I have to write the actual core logic for implementing Prim's algorithm. Okay, so what I can do for this is I can define a method that is public void print mst prims, minimum spanning tree Prim's algorithm I am using. Okay, and here I will take the graph as input. Okay, so it will be a type of graph, because this whole class is actually defined as a graph only. Now if we check here, so, and how to call this one, for that purpose what we can do is we can define the graph and call this. So you can simply say Prim's algo graph equal to new Prim's algo, and here the input will be this graph's length, right? So this graph's length will be my total number of vertices, and then we have to call this method series. Okay, So here I have to pass the graph. And I will pass these two items. And this graph. So this will convert this adjacency matrix to adjacency list. So our work will be on top of this adjacency list. We'll call this print mst prims method and we'll pass this graph. Okay. So now we have to implement the main core logic part of Prim's algorithm here. So what we can do is we have to define few variables before implementing this. So first variable we will implement is count. So as I have mentioned while explaining this algorithm that we have to stop this process when the process will be executed n minus 1 number of time. That means n is the number of total vertices. So we have to execute this process n minus 1 times. So to keep this count, we have to define a variable called count. That is, we will initialize as 0. Then whatever nodes are already visited, that we have to mark. Okay, because while we are picking adjacency list of a particular node, that time we have to omit which is already we have counted. Okay, so for that purpose we have to create one node used boolean array, which will be the length will be number of vertices. Okay, now as you remember, I have explained you about one bucket where actually I was placing all these weights and then I was picking the minimum one, and I have explained a good status structure to use there is main heap. So to implement main heap in Java, we will take help of priority queue, and in a comparator method I will explain like which variable you have to take for comparison. So that will be our weight. Okay, so how I will define is I'm just copy and pasting here to save some time. So I will take priority queue. Okay, so I will import few things here. One is the comparator thing, then this priority queue. Okay, so the priority queue will be of type node, where I will keep all these edges, and the comparator method I have to uh, pass here, and there I have mentioned that if the weight is actually minimum, okay, then only like poll method and pick method will work on that. So it will act as a mean heap where mean will be defined as the minimum weight. So that is the thing it is talking about. Okay, now as my program is started, suppose I am starting my program from 0th node. Okay, so that time what I have to do is node used, I have to mention it as 0. That will be true, means I am starting from here, so I will mark it as visited, and then I have to check what is the adjacent nodes for this 0. So for 0 the adjacent nodes I will get from adjacency lists 0th position. Okay, so this list of nodes means for our example it will be 1 and 2. Okay, so this contains all the list of nodes which is adjacent to 0, and what I will do is I will put all of them in side one this priority queue. Inside this main heap I will put all of them, and obviously I will check if it is not visited, then only we have to insert. Okay, so if that node is not used, so how you will get that it is used or not? So that nodes get key, that is the actual denominator for that. If that is not used, then inside main heap I will add that one. So I will add this node. So if I next time I do min heap dot poll or min heap dot uh, pop method actually, so that will return me the node with the minimum weight. Okay. So now going onwards, we have to pick one node and then we have to work on that. For that purpose, what we can do is we can define a node variable here, okay, which we will keep on using. So I am initializing it as null. Then what we can do is I can write a while loop where actually we will keep on doing this operation. Okay, so that will be run as how many times? As count is actually keeping that count. So if count not equal to this dot v minus 1, so that many times we can keep on running. Okay, when count will reach to the v minus 1, that time will stop. Okay, so inside this loop what I will do is, first thing is we have to pop or pull the minimum the node which has minimum weight. So that how we'll get is min heap dot poll. This method I will call. So this will return me the node with minimum weight. Okay, so once we get that node, okay, so what we have to do is we can mark it as used. So node used, okay, because that node I will use. Okay, so n dot get key equal to true. Okay, because I already identified that node to be connected with my previous node, so that's why this node I am marked as a visited. And simply I can to print that edge, means first path I am able to find. So here what I can do is n dot get from key. If I do, then I will get the previous node actually from where it started. And then I can write a print method to print a good message, that is n dot get key. Okay, and we can mention the weight, that weight is something like n dot get weight. Okay, and then whenever I will get a path actually or edge, I will increase the count. Okay, now for next iteration onwards I have to prepare it. So what I can do is this EL. So EL actually was the adjacent list of that particular node. So now whatever node I discovered, like where actually I went, from there onwards also I have to find the adjacent nodes, and then we have to put it in the main heap. Okay, so EL will be now AL of n dot get key, because this is the new node I have reached. Okay, and then in similar fashion what I have to do is EL dot for each. Actually I can copy it from here also. Same thing EL dot for each for that node. I have to, if it is not in use, then I can add this one. Okay, so next time onwards the code will run like this, and then it will pick the minimum one, then again it will like mark it as used, then it will print and increase the count. Okay, so now the program is actually done. So before running this, one thing we have to keep on mind, that is in case of 1 actually, when we reached 1, if you remember that time, so from 1 actually you can go to either 6 or using 6 or using the path 10, but as 10 is already used by 2, then 10 I will not take in into the consideration. So that part we have to take care. So how we can do this is, after finding the age, minimum age actually, if I can see is this node is already used by this from key, means from where actually I'm coming, so that age is already used, means it is visited by both, like from end and to end. Okay, so if it is, this age is present between already visited by node used from and to, then we will continue. Okay, so below part actually we don't have to execute, we can skip that one. Okay, so this is all about this prims method. Now we have to run this. Okay, so after running we are getting result as 0 to 2 is the way first, then the weight is 2, then 0 to 1 5, then 1 to 5 6, 2 to 4 9, 4 to 6 5, and 4 to 3 8. You can match it with the result I have shown that time, so it is perfectly matched. So this prims algo actually I write it in a different way, and I have experimented it with various inputs, and each and every time it successfully run. So still, if you find anything like flaw or any particular kind of graph it is not working, so please mention it in the comment, then maybe I have to rectify this one. But I have tested it against 8 and 10 kind of graph, so for all those cases it run actually. Okay, but if you find anything bug or something, please mention in the comment, it will be highly appreciated. Okay, so this is all about prims algorithm. I will mention the link of this GitHub also, and you can check it from there. So thanks for watching.